Welcome all for this post-market session. I am K.S. Anand. Today Nifty, after oscillating very violent intraday more than some 200 points, finally has closed with 47 points upside. Near 17,516 the Nifty has closed. After opening with some 50-point upside, the Nifty has gone up to some 17,543 levels, from where it seems near 160 points it has come downside for a low of 17,380, from where once again it has managed to come back the same 160-170 points upside, and finally it has closed just with some 47 points upside at 17,516. Expecting this huge oscillation in Nifty, yesterday I have not gone for any suggestion of Nifty range. I expected some confusion in the Nifty movement today. That is why little bit I have hesitated yesterday. Mostly the oscillations today could have been due to this weekly related expiry movements. To some extent, the FMCG stocks has given some uptrend. The oil and gas related, specifically the heavyweights like ITC and Reliance, has given some uptrend, supported the market in today's any further falling when it has come downside near 17,380 levels. Participants can recollect something that regarding this ITC, last third I have shared some messages in this forum. The ITC seems to be raising its play in specialty papers, paper boards. Seems it is focusing much on value added high margin offerings, specifically some special papers, those which are used in QSR code, etc. So there are some positive sentiments are developing in ITC. We have spoken something about this ITC on 3rd. Along with this, today the ITC has announced that it is likely have scheduled one analyst meeting on coming December 14th, which has further given some positive sentiment for the ITC. On 3rd, when we spoke about this message about ITC, the ITC share was trading below 220. Today it has gone above 236. So from that date, if anybody had tracked, could have got some more than some 15% profit near. Not 15%. Those who are traded in futures segment could have got some smart profit near 50,000 rupees per lot, or in equity some 8 to 9% more than in the ITC. And the another heavyweight Reliance also along with this ITC has given support for the market. Today very clearly we can say these are the two major heavyweights which has given support for the market for not further falling below 17,380. From the Reliance also some positive messages has been given by the company. The Reliance has announced some tie-up with Mahindra Group to explore the EV related and low carbon solutions. In this related agreement, seems that RIL is likely to use the Mahindra Group channel partner locations for charging purpose, swapping purpose, etc. This is one positive message from the RIL. Along with this, the RIL's rights issue share is likely to trade from tomorrow, which is part of the 53,124 crore rights issue program which has been announced last year. Seems which is got converted into fully paid up equity shares after the payment of final call last month. From this RIL rights issue says on getting trading, the index heavyweight of this RIL is likely to go further upside, because this free float may give some more market capitalization for this heavyweight Reliance. So on the back of these two messages, mostly the RIL has gone for some uptrend. Together with this ITC has given some strong support for the Nifty today. As expected, the Bank Nifty also has gone for some higher volatile movements today. After touching some 37,398 high, it has gone to a low of 36,884. Finally, it has managed to close with a 202 point loss and closed around 37,082. So even in Bank Nifty also, nearly some 600 to 700 points Bank Nifty with the intraday volatile movement it has gone. So expecting this one, Bank Nifty also, yesterday I have given some hesitation not to give any range, but I have given some suggestion that the accumulation can be done on further dipping. So from messages point of view, the generally an Italian company tries to take some significant stake up to some 74% in some Indian insurance sector. It seems that this company has been already holding some stake in this futures group. It is likely, some messages are there, it is likely to come out of this futures group. That money it is likely to be willing to have some stake in some another insurance sector related companies. Already this generally has insured nearly 1.5 million peoples so far, and it seems that it has been in this sector, it has been managing some $680 million assets. It is expected on the back of this type of related messages, the Indian insurance market by 2025 around $250 billion it is expected by next few years. In the last few days back, I have given some personal analysis about this insurance sector. Maybe the insurance sector may be coming across some little bit pain on the back of this Omicron related high climbing situation, but the long term overall view of the insurance sector may be compelling some growth. We have spoken something related with this in a few days back. So this type of the abroad companies which are showing in the Indian insurance sector is also reflecting to some extent this. In the upcoming union budget, some participants, some segment of investors are expecting that some insurance related, some boosters may be given, but it is to be wait to be seen how it is going to be receive any further booster or not. Even if without any further booster, the insurance sector in long term we can expect with some positive growth. One theme just I want to share. So far, regarding this solar panel power supply is somewhat known to the participants and for the investors. It seems some messages that the rooftop hydrogen generators technology seems to be likely to pick up further market share in near future. In the solar related technology, it seems to be some periodic interruptions and also seems to be little bit expensive, and the traditional type of batteries sometimes gives some drawbacks also. It seems that in near future this field may be expecting some alternative technology by using this hydrogen generators related, specifically with this rooftop hydrogen related technologies. So on the back of this, some companies may be focusing its interest in this related field, so can have track further regarding this. How the further market we can expect so? Today we have seen that ITC and Reliance, just because of their own some positive messages, has supported the market. So other than this, the contribution of the other components in the Nifty, if we go for analyzing, actually the market trend today is negative, except this ITC and Reliance. So the overall market seems to be once again under some pressure. As per the data, today also the FIs seems to have not stopped this selling pressure. Today, as per the data, they have sold near 1,585 crore rupees, even though the domestic institutions has gone for buying 782 crore rupees. From some insight of this reasons why these FIs are continuously relentlessly selling, from some historical data, if we go back for collecting this, the track weighted dollar, which is a measure of which shows some measure of FI's interest in buying or selling, it seems now it has gone up by 6% in last 5 months. Whenever this track weighted dollar is going above this 6%, the FIs usually are in sell mode. No need of any watching any reasons. No need of expecting any profit or loss. Whatever the situation, they may be entering with the sell mode due to some compulsion from their side. So it seems the situation is now so and so. Yesterday also they have gone for selling. The market has little bit recouped as of yesterday. Still they have not turned into buying. So it seems that whatever the reason, they are expected to be in the sell mode. Along with this, some other messages, if we little bit focus, there are some messages. Two major Chinese property firms, including this Evergrande and the another one Kaisa, seems to have defaulted $1.6 billion in bonds. It seems in China, so far, more than some 10 realty firms have defaulted. And this is the first time this Evergrande is also joining with that queue. So it may give some negative sentiment further. So far this default has been postponed by some measures, but it seems that it has got defaulted. So some negative messages it may be fueling in the market. Tomorrow the Star Health is expected to debut in this market. Here the size seems to have been minimized, as the full subscription has not been done by the subscribers. Clearly, this is somewhat giving negative sentiment in the market. We can expect this listing of this Star Health with some muted positive or even with some 5 to 10% discount also. If so, on the day of listing the Paytm, it has given some fueled some negative sentiment. Some similar situations we can expect it tomorrow also. May not be that much, but to some extent some negative sentiment it may fuel. Along with this, tomorrow the US consumer inflation data is likely to come. The last month when the data has come above some 6.4 something, it is expected by tomorrow whether it crosses the previous high or it closes below the previous high. In case if it crosses the previous high, it may force the US Federal to raise the quantity of tapering. Of course, this US Federal meet is also likely scheduled next week. So higher the inflation further, once again it may invite the quantity of tapering. Of course, this US inflation data after our market hours tomorrow it may be. So the reaction of this one we may be expecting on Monday morning. As some latest messages, once again our government of India seems to have suspended the scheduled international flight and has been postponed till January 31. So it gives that the Omicron related nervousness seems to have not yet been settled. So altogether tomorrow we can expect some selling pressure in the Nifty. Overall intraday purpose, we can expect the Nifty to range between a higher of 17,540 levels, whereas some selling pressure may be expected till some 17,440 levels. Specifically in the second half of tomorrow, some selling pressure may be expected on the expectation of the US inflation data expectations. But overall, the Nifty, we have been already speaking, instead of focusing intraday basis, day-to-day basis, better to have some overall range. The overall range we can expect next few days with the support 17,260 and 17,620 to be the resistance. It is to be seen how far this market is trying to go above this 17,620, but in the next few sessions I am not expecting so. As my personal expectation, just I am sharing. The bank Nifty today has not performed well anything, and also not gone any severe selling pressure. So with the bank Nifty we can expect some range between 37,280 as resistance and 36,740 as a support with some upward bias. Whereas the Nifty we can expect to trade with some negative bias. Just I am sharing my personal experience. Clearly, some private banks are expected to have some more positivity. Some auto ancillary related stocks are trying to come up. These things may be watched. My view about this IT, that it may be come across some selling pressure. Here one thing I want to share one more of my personal expectation. IT counters expected downside means not all the IT counters we can expect so. Among the IT counters, some counters are there which are giving some services related with this insurance field, banking field and financial products related. Those particular few stocks still have some positive trend. For overall purpose, for the future oriented purpose, this particular few stocks may be looked after, but whereas the other stocks we can expect to go for some selling pressure. So even within this IT counters, which stock we are trading, it is best to focus a little bit. So private banks, auto ancillary, actually we are holding some private banks already, so we want to continuously hold it further. So we are continuously willing to go for some positive expectations in some private banks. Just I am sharing as my personal opinions only. Better to have some more tracking further. Whatever this informations we are discussing here has been given, the same session has been given in my YouTube channel also. My YouTube channel has been given, link has been given in my Instagram profile, given in our Clubhouse profile, or simply search for KS Anand, ANAND. The same thing can be received in YouTube also. Just for information purpose I am sharing this. Thanks for all for listening this session. Let us end the room.